Hey, happy Sunday, everyone. Glenn Kellaway from the basement. This is my last day in Florida. We're leaving early tomorrow morning. We'll be in Roanoke, Virginia tomorrow night, reuniting the Cosmic Torpedoes with my good friend Sam St. John. Very excited for that. I thought I'd do a video because the next 2 days I won't be probably. Maybe do one with Sam on Sam's channel. But I decided, because usually Sunday I do the random album poll, the R.A.P, weekly R.A.P. So I'm kind of doing a version of that, except I pulled vinyl records from my daughter's collection. But I kind of cheated because I know which one I pulled. So, but I just want to show a few albums. I think I got 10 here. First of all, the Last Waltz. I don't look through my daughter's records very often, but between her and my son-in-law Daryl, they've got a pretty good record collection. The Last Waltz. I don't even have this on vinyl. Everybody knows this. I mean, Paul Butterfield, Eric Clapton, Neil Diamond, Bob Dylan, Emmylou Harris, Ronnie Hawkins, Dr. John, Joni Mitchell, Van Morrison, the Staple Singers, Ringo, Muddy Waters, Ron Wood, Neil Young. I mean, just the band was just on fire that night. The songs are so freaking good. I want to take a look at this because I haven't seen this vinyl for years. There's a lot of stuff in here for a single fold cover. Comes with a book. And I imagine there's some cool pictures of the artists and stuff. And then back it tells you all the songs and who played on each one. That's pretty cool. What else is here? And then the vinyl. There are 3 albums. Just take a look at one. There we go. Warner Brothers. I gotta get that on vinyl. It's kind of a must-have, isn't it? I've got the 4 CD version that has all the complete performances with the outtakes and stuff on it, which is a really cool thing to have. Anyway, Last Waltz. What's next? Bela Fleck and the Flecktones. Flight of the Cosmic Hippo. Bela Fleck and the Flecktones was both my daughter's first concert back in the 90s, believe it or not. Imagine that being your first concert. They were kids. And this album, Flight of the Cosmic Hippo, is so hard to find on vinyl. It's a $100 record. This is an original pressing. I have an original pressing. My friend Sam messaged me yesterday and said they are reissuing this if anyone's interested. There's only going to be 900 available. I'm surprised because Bela told me that he does not own the masters for any of these records. They're owned by Warner Brothers, and I forget. Real Gone Music, I think, is reissuing it, 900. So I'm telling you, it's a pretty good album. It's worth picking up for $40 or whatever it is because it's going to sell out fast and it's going to be worth some cash. Next, the Decemberists. I am a huge fan of this album, The King is Dead, but I have bought other Decemberists albums and there's some good tracks, some crap, but not as good. This album, like from start to finish, is a great album. Acoustic, alternative, just some great stuff on this stuff. I love the 2 ballads. One's called January Hymn and one's called June Hymn. They're absolutely gorgeous songs. But this is a great record from the Decemberists. What else we got here? The Doors, first album. I don't have this on vinyl. I don't have any LA Woman is the only one I have on vinyl. It's something I need to correct in my collection. But wow, I remember 1967 when this came out, man. I had the mono. A lot of people say, why do people like mono over stereo? For me, it's because we had a mono stereo. We had one of those mono record player, one of those big cabinet ones that everybody used to have in the 60s, and it was mono. And so when I bought the records, I always bought mono because we had mono. And then it was a couple of years before they started putting the records out going stereo, but can be played on mono stereos. At one time, they were releasing stereo and mono, and I always bought mono. So albums like Sgt. Pepper, The Doors, the mono sound is in my head when I hear those albums, even though, I mean, Sgt. Pepper's really should be played in stereo, and I'm sure this album too. But that's why I still appreciate mono. Next, I dropped one. Bruce Springsteen, The River. What a great freaking record this is. That's the first time I saw Bruce was on this tour. Look at that VG condition for $16. Can't knock that. What a great record this is. Just a rocker. The Ties That Bind, Sherry Darlin', Jackson Cage, Two Hearts. Of course, the song The River, Out on the Street, Hungry Heart, which was a minor hit for Bruce. And yeah, just great. Double record. Fantastic. What else we got here? Amy Winehouse, Back to Black. I loved this album when it came out. I think this is a great frickin' record. They want to send me to rehab. I said, no, no, no. It's just a great R&B, kind of a soul thing. She had just great arrangements in her songs, and she had such a great voice. Too bad she passed away. I mean, what a talent. This woman would have made some great records. But this is a really, really special album. Back to Black, Amy Winehouse. Jack White, The White Stripes. Jack White's acoustic recordings. I have this on vinyl. I have this on CD as well. I think this is fantastic. This is all the songs you'd ever want to hear from the White Stripes and from Jack White's solo career, all done acoustically. Fantastic album. Absolutely fantastic. I love it. My favorite songs on here, of course, Hotel Yorba, of course, is such a cool track. I'm trying to think here. Love Interruption, another one of my favorites. They've been my two favorite ones. But I love Jack White. I got to see him a couple of years ago in concert and just loved the show. It was fantastic. Tragically Hip, Wave the Canadian Flag, Road Apples, my favorite Tragically Hip album. Little Bones, Twist My Arm, Cordelia. If you're ever any U.S. fans out there want to get into the hip, buy Road Apples. Great frickin' record. Just rocks. Next, Neil Young. Everybody knows this is Nowhere. What a great record this is from Neil. Now, my favorite Neil Young albums are On the Beach and Tonight's the Night, but this one would be a close third, like very close. Like those three albums are all just, they're the Neil Young albums for me. I mean, of course, Harvest and After the Gold Rush are great, but I mean, Down by the River and Cinnamon Girl and all this. This album came out, it was just frickin' dynamite. And I got one more. My records are falling. One more to show you. What is it? John Hiatt, Bring the Family. What a great album. So they put this band together to make this album with Ry Cooder and Jim Keltner, Nick Lowe, and John Hiatt. This is a great album. Memphis in the Meantime. Then they put a band together called Little Village. Now, the Little Village album that they released, I think, was a very disappointing record for the talent. I didn't think it was very good. But they did a tour, which I saw the show at Massey Hall, and it was fantastic. They did all the songs from this album, some of the songs from Little Village, and a few other tracks, and it was an incredible show. I actually have one of those radio show releases of one of the concerts, and it's fantastic. But this is a fantastic record. John Hiatt's a great songwriter. I love his voice. Ry playing great guitar on here. Have a Little Faith in Me's on here. Lipstick Sunset is a gorgeous song. Thing Called Love, which was a huge hit for Bonnie Raitt. And yeah, great record from John Hiatt. Fantastic. That's it. So I will be on the road for a couple of days. Probably won't do a video until Wednesday. So I hope everyone has a great Sunday, and we will talk soon. Take care.